Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon. However it comes to when you catch this reading at this time of your day. This is the Intuitive Empress, and this is Empress Light to give you your reading, all right, for the sign of Scorpio. For the zodiac sign of Scorpio, this is your reading for today. If you were born between October 23rd through November 22nd, then this reading is for you. Today is, I believe, August 15th, 2025, all right? And I just, again, thank you for tuning in with me today, all right? This reading, again, is for Scorpio, all right? Do me a favor, like and subscribe and share on my YouTube, all right? And please follow me here on TikTok, and don't be shy. Give me a heart, all right? Again, take what resonates with you, leave what does not, all right? These cards have already been prayed and meditated on. And right now, as I channel these messages for you, Scorpio, we need to take a look at your money and see what's going on. And I also will channel in some love, all right, advice, or either things that you need to know in regards to your love life, your relationships, or if you're single, all right, Scorpio. So I am excited. Hopefully, you guys have had a great week, all right. Take a big breath. Breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And guess what, Scorpio? It is going to be all right, all right? Let's do a little bit of sound bowl energy for you, all right, to get things soothing, okay? Some of you have had a very rough week. Some of you are just happy, all right, to be alive right now. Some of you have just been going through the going through, but today is your day of breakthrough. Receive it. We decree healing, we decree money, we decree abundance, we decree prosperity. All right, Scorpio. All right, do me a favor, share this video. Cross watchers, you are welcome. All right, if you are a Scorpio, sun, moon, or rising, or if you have Scorpio anywhere in your birth chart, this is for you, or Scorpio in your north node. All right, Holy Spirit, I thank you for joining us today. I ask that you channel through me, read with me for your collective of Scorpio, those who are cross watchers and those who are watching, and those that are alike. I ask for divine angelic protection from my archangels and my ancestors that are on an assignment to guard and watch over me as we go. All right, let's go, Scorpio. Let's see what Source has to say, and it is so. All right, for my Scorpios, water signs. It's been a minute since I did a reading on the Scorpio. Okay, one just popped. We'll put that over here. 1 second. Move this deck right there. All right. Again, share this with friends and family. Give me a heart. Doesn't hurt. All right. Please follow. All right. And if you would like a personal reading, you can contact my office at empresslight888@gmail.com. empresslight888@gmail.com, where I give prosperity readings as well as love, as well as health. All right, and general readings overall, where you want to know where you are in life. All right, so Source, we ask right now that you give me a 7-card tarot read for my Scorpios. Now, lately, sometimes I've been having a bunch jump out at one time, you know. There's some. Some of you have been seeking, and guess what? Now we're going to add. Oh, okay. Hold on, I got a few that fell on the floor. I don't like to take what falls on the floor. So I'm going to redo that because I do not take what falls on the floor. All right. Source, what does Scorpio, there it is, need to know about their money? What does Scorpio need to know about their money right now? In particular, what do they need to know about their job? What do they need to know about their business? What do they need to know about their career? Source, what's going on with the money for Scorpio? Got 2 right here. All right, what's going on for Scorpio? with the money. Business partnerships, business deals. What does Scorpio need to know in regards to their abundance and their wealth? Anything hidden that they need to know in regards to the abundance and the wealth? All right. Increase. Okay, there we go. All right, we need one more. All right. What does Scorpio need to know in regards to their money? All right. Okay. All right. Already a Three of Pentacles turned over. Okay. Let's turn these cards over. Oh, all right. Good. 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 All right. Three of Pentacles. Let's keep that up there. Oh, the Sun card. All right. All right. Okay. Something new is coming for you, Scorpio. You're doing good where you're at. However, there's some new opportunities coming in for you money-wise, Scorpio. All right. Some of you have been working very, very hard. All right. All right. So let's get it started. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for this card spread. I usually do a 7-card spread, 7 meaning the number of completion in numerology. Hopefully you guys can see these cards in front of you. Again, this reading is for Scorpio, money and love. All right, Scorpio, sun, moon, and rising, or north node, or wherever Scorpio is in your birth chart. If you are a cross watcher, welcome. All right, please like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube. And please give me a heart and follow me on TikTok here. All right, again, take what resonates, leave what does not. All right, please join me again. I guarantee you there'll be a reading just for you. All right, Scorpio, let's go. Here we are. All right, the Fool card. You coming in strong with freedom, originality, adventure, travel. All right, idealism. Okay, moving forward with, okay, what you've been seeing in your dreams, your visions, your goals, what you have been manifesting. Okay, new beginnings. All right, this is what I like. All right, and the reason why I say that, because some of you all are moving into a new stage in life. All right, that's what I'm gathering here in my intuitive ear, is that you guys are moving towards a new stage in life, and you are taking the risk, you are taking the chance, you believe in you, regardless of your outside influences or what's going on. You trust in yourself with this move, okay? However, there's a strong passion for it with this King of Wands here. All right, you're adamant. You're standing on business when it comes to this business move, or when it comes to this career move, or when it comes to this job that you're trying to obtain or have already obtained. All right, so that's what you're looking at. However, be mindful. Now, this card came up again for the reading I did yesterday, Seven of Swords. You know, be mindful. Now, the Seven of Swords. Let me just elaborate on this for a second, Scorpio. All right, the Seven of Swords is not always a bad thing, okay? The Seven of Swords can mean a strategy, a new insight, or basically a new way of obtaining what you want, okay? A new way of achieving the goal. Same goal, but a different strategy on how to get there. And I see you taking that risk. I see you moving forward. I see you going towards the goal in regards to what you have been called to do, what your passion is, okay? As far as being a creator, Scorpios are very creative. One time, and shout out to the Scorpios born on November 14th, November 15th, all right? Shout out to the Scorpios born on October 22nd and October 30th. Shout out to those Scorpios right there, all right? All right, so listen, again, you're moving towards Scorpio. You have made the choice. You are increasing, all right? And you're seeing the results, all right, in regards to your money. You have a great passion for what this is. Some of you can be moving towards a higher position or a higher authoritative position. Some of you could be stepping into entrepreneurship. Some of you could be, you know, wanting to do some certain things. However, Source is saying, when I see this right here, the Nine of Wands, all right, refusing to compromise or give into, this could be a energy around you, okay? But I don't feel that. I feel that sometimes there has to be a change. And sometimes we have to adapt to the change in order to get to where we're trying to go. And, you've been going at this for a while. And you're saying, how much longer before I see an outcome? With Scorpio, I see a major outcome. And this was actually right side up. I got to turn that right side up because I remember that came out right side up. All right, so it's actually going to pay off, okay? There's fire around you, all right? That gets the ignition going, all right? As a fire sign, maybe you're working with a fire sign. Maybe you have partnered up with a fire sign, or you will partner up with a fire sign. That is Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, all right? Leo has great worth ethic. Aries has the drive and the push. Okay, Sagittarius has the logic and also the encouragement behind it. So whether if you know a Sagittarius or if you know an Aries or a Leo, you can look for a partnership with that. All right, as far as your money, as far as your influence, as far as you're growing in your career, in your business, in your opportunity. All right, however, you're in the right vein, and there is about to be a new strategy. All right, you stepped out there, you're moving ahead. All right, you're saying, okay, I'm here, but I'm only right here at this mark. I want more money. I want more abundance. I want more wealth. Yes, this is lucrative for me. Yes, I'm making a lot of money. All right. But it's something else I need to try to figure out how to get towards my sun. Because right now your sun is in reverse. And that is saying it's probably, you're in here, but you're kind of at the fact, okay, when am I going to see change? Okay, I've seen all the visions. I've done all the manifestation work. I've done my intentions. I've journaled. I write down my goals. But now I'm ready for my new. I'm ready for my sun to be turned up, right side up. So now that I can have the freedom. All right, so let's elaborate a little bit more on the sun card. I'm going to get my white spell deck right here. Okay. One jumped out. What do we have? Oh, good. Move forward. Ha! I'm done right here. I don't need to pull anything else. You move forward. Source says, go ahead, Scorpio, move forward, okay? Because this move that you stepped out on in faith and that you went ahead and just did it and didn't look back, it's definitely going to pay off, all right? Your 6-digit income is coming. 6-figure income is coming, all right? Some of you may tap into a 7-figure income, but it's definitely coming. Stay on it, Scorpio, all right? Don't lose sight of the vision, okay? And, again, like I said, the 7 of Swords here, sometimes it means deceit, lies, or a fake friend or someone around you, okay? Keep your eyes open, all right? And what Scorpios are very intuitive, all right? So, Scorpio, keep your eyes open on what Source is showing you about people, places, and things and connections in this time of you building your business, your career, your finances, and things like that. This is the money reading for Scorpio. All right, shout out to the Scorpio born on November 10th. Shout out to the Scorpio born, around November 4th as well. That's what I'm feeling. So shout out to you as well. All right. May you receive money. May you receive abundance. May you receive love. Type in the comments, I receive. All right, Scorpio. Again, I am very optimistic about what you're doing, all right? Source has told you to go ahead and move forward. Don't look back. Yeah, okay. Sometimes there was a sitting season. Sometimes it was a season where you thought it was a drought, that things just wasn't possibly going to go through, all right, and meet you or meet the need of the project that you're working on. However, Source has given you the ammunition as well as the igniting, all right, to move forward. And please, at the same time, make sure you're nurturing yourself, Scorpio, at this time and season in your life, all right? And make sure you are, not in overdrive, okay? That's what I hear. Don't get yourself in a place where you are just doing too much, spinning your wheels and going nowhere faster, okay? Keep your eyes focused on the prize, okay? Don't veer, all right? However, a new strategy, all right, in regards to how to increase the abundance of your money is coming in, or it already has come in, all right? And Source wants to confirm, all right, with you to go ahead and to move forward in that, all right? There's a 3 of Pentacles here. Learning, studying, growing, hard work, commitment, building on success, collaboration, determination, goals, dedication. All right, attention to details. All right, right along with another pentacle here. Pentacle is money. All right, patience, perseverance. All right, unexpected sources of money. Receive that. Unexpected sources of money. All right, that deserves a little money right here. Let's get that money anointing. All right. Money anointing. Okay, that is over you. Speak it, claim it, receive it. All right. Again, new sources, new ways, new strategies on how to get the income. Okay. New ways how to make the money, new business partnerships. That's what this Three of Pentacles is. Okay. All right. New strategies being released, Scorpio. It is that time. All right, we've stepped into, we're still in a post-Lionsgate season, as well as the Mercury retrograde. Mercury went direct this past Monday, 5:14 p.m. So depending on where you are, your birth chart, and that's another thing too, I encourage you all to start looking up your birth chart, so this can help you make better divine choices from day to day in your life. If you would like to do a birth chart analysis, do me a favor and email me at empresslight888@gmail.com. All right, and I will give you the app, and you can download it on your phone, and you can be able to program your birth date. You need to know your birth date, place, and time, all right, for your astrological birth chart. I recommend you guys get into it, understand it, learn it, because that will help you make divine decisions. Sometimes we'll make decisions when our planets are not intertwined or have aligned properly in that season to make certain decisions about our money. So I recommend you get your birth chart, study it, know it, all right? Come to a divine understanding about it, okay? What house you reside in, all right, Scorpio? I can actually tell you what your house resides in, the Scorpio down here. All right, Scorpio, you are in the 8th house. All right, so you might want to study what, the 8th house is, what the attributes, inspirations, characteristics of residing in the 8th house. All right, Scorpio, you might also want to discover what your planet is. All right, you can find out all this stuff on the astrology app. So if you would like to know, all right, your planet is Mars, Scorpio. All right. So I'm giving you some nuggets. Your planet is Mars and you reside in the 8th house. So you want to go look these things up, so that will help you develop as far as good choices on what to make in regards to your money and your finances. All right. Let's go to a tea leaf tree. Then we'll get into love. Okay, what's that? Boot. All right. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. Same thing. This is right in with the Chariot. Right in with the Chariot. One fell on the floor. I do not accept tarot cards that fall on the floor. Sorry. It will come out. I'm going to pull one more. Okay. And let's see what we got here. Oh, good. Right here. Boom. We are looking at a 4-leaf clover. Great, good fortune coming your way, Scorpio. Look, the Chariot right here. Increase your efforts, all right, just a little bit, all right. Be open to some teamwork, but be mindful who you're working with and who you're learning from, all right. Go ahead. The possibilities are there. Everything is there. A new source of income is going to come from this. You got the 4-leaf clover here. The boot reminding you, just increase your efforts a little bit, and it's going to come. Stay in there. Hang in there. Source is saying, I've given you the tools, I've given you the power, I've given you all this great stuff. There's a new source of income that is coming in for you. All right. Now let's do a significant month. Let's do a significant month. I'm going here. September. Look for change around the September time. That's actually next month. Woo! Let's go. All right. September. I don't know if that's a significant month for you. All right. We know that's not your birthday time. However, something, whether you decided to enroll in a school, whether you decided to launch a new business or to relaunch your business or to partner up with somebody. But September is a very significant month. Look out for the month of September for change in your finances, an increase. All right. All right. So let's tap into love, because I'm trying to keep these videos as short as possible. I'm trying to do better with that. So let's look into your love. All right. Then I'm also led to pull a butterfly. All right, Source. What do you have to say about Scorpio in their love life, whether single, married, or... Oh. Uh-oh. Okay. That's for somebody. Again, take what resonates. Okay, a lot of these love cards right here. I like to do it because it spices intellect. Okay, okay. Let's keep going. Need one more. For love, single, married, relationship for Scorpio. All right. I need one more. Let's give me one more for my Scorpios. Look out. Next month is a month for you. There's an increase coming next month. Okay. All right. Claim it, receive it. All right. This is for my Scorpios. One more source for Scorpio in their love. Single, relational, okay, or married. Let's go. Again, please take what resonates. Leave it on the floor that does not. Okay. All right, let's see what we have. Boundaries. This card keeps coming out for a lot of y'all. You need to hold some boundaries in place. All right. That's for those who are in a relationship, okay? All right, or about to enter into a relationship, Scorpio, okay? Or just general overall. This could be boundaries with friendships, boundaries with intimate relationships, okay? Or within your marriage or things. Sometimes I call it a revamp of my marriage plan, all right? For those who out there who are married, I'm married, so I say to you, sometimes you need to revamp the boundaries. Sometimes you need to revamp, the agreements that you've made with your spouse. It's not a bad thing. However, sometimes there's you get comfortable, you're happy, you're loving, and things like that. And sometimes we can get to a point to where, we don't, respect the other person's boundaries and things like that. And that is a part of individuality, all right, in a relationship of any kind. All right, respecting the other's boundaries. A lot of times I have seen, and I'm sure you have seen it too, Scorpio, and others, cross-watchers, that there is a violation of a boundary, and that's how friendships end. That's how relationships end. That's how, things fall out. So don't be afraid, Scorpio, which I know you're not. Do not be afraid, Scorpio, to reestablish your boundaries and to keep them there, all right? Now, it says eye candy, beauty fades. Choose someone for their inner beauty and personality, all right? For my Scorpio queens, my Scorpio kings, all right? Looks is not everything, but looks is a part of everything. So I'm just going to have to say that right now. Because it's very important that you are attracted to the person that you are spending your divine time with, your divine masculine or your divine feminine Scorpio king. So, you want to make sure that the person's inner matches their outer, okay? Because if they are, beauty on the outside but have an attitude or narcissistic or bipolar or has all kind of personality disorders, issues, can't keep their money, baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. I'm telling you something right now. I know that is not, that it doesn't matter how good they look. That's going to cause a boundary to be overstepped in that relationship. And it's not going to be good or healthy for you. And you need to stay healthy. You need to keep your vibrations high, Scorpio, so you could keep channeling in that abundance and that money, okay? Right, that abundance and that money. Okay, now let's go this right here. Love sucks. You have to stop believing in love. Let yourself heal so you can be open again. Now, again, take what resonates, okay? Some people have a beautiful relationship in love. Some people have had great experiences. Some people have had bad experiences. I call the bad experiences lessons, okay? When you look at it as that form, that will help you heal and also to forgive yourself. Self-forgiveness is very very important, okay? Especially when it comes to something like this. You cannot move forward in healthy relationships until you forgive yourself, all right? It's very important. It's okay. It's very simple. Go look in the mirror and just say, all right, I did it. I messed up, okay? I allowed my boundaries to be overstepped. I allowed for things to occur with this individual that should have not have occurred. And I pray for you that your heart heals and that you will continue to flourish, because when you have an unhealed heart, that affects your money, all right, Scorpio? Anything that is of a low vibrational frequency. So if you have to cleanse your space, do some Palo Santo sage, do a chakra cleanse. For those who are interested in a chakra cleanse, I can walk you through those steps, okay? You can email me at empresslight888@gmail.com. You want to cleanse your whole aura, all right? Cleanse your space. Make it healthy. Make it whole. Make it inviting to high vibrational frequencies, so therefore you could continue to walk in your abundance, to walk in your flow, to walk in what you have been attracting, all right? We don't chase. We attract. And abundance is your portion, Scorpio, all right? However, boundaries need to be put in place with these relationships. And if they don't respect your boundaries, then they are not meant to be in your life, okay? That is Source divinely telling you through guides and your ancestors that this is not it, all right? They are not in alignment with what I've called you to. So if you're having strife, or if you are around someone that is not in alignment, you will know it, because you will feel it all over your body. Don't ignore your body, and don't ignore your intuition, Scorpio. All right? Stay true, and also stay focused on this time on you and your money. All right? And healing those areas that you don't even talk about. It's very, very important. All right? So again, if you would like a personal reading with me, Scorpio, so we can get more in depth and I can give you some tools to help you heal, you can give me an email, my office at empresslight888@gmail.com. We will respond quickly by the way of order it has been received, and we will schedule your personal reading, all right? empresslight888@gmail.com. I thank you for tuning into this reading. I pray it has uplifted you, and also it has guided you a closer step to your abundance, your wealth, prosperity, and happiness. Receive it, and I do thank you. This is Empress Light on the Intuitive Empress. Please like, subscribe, and share on my YouTube, as well as hit the like button, the heart button, and follow me on TikTok. I do appreciate you for taking your time out to listen to this reading, and I do thank you again. I love you, sending blessings, love, and light your way. Bye-bye.